Wait, how do I? Okay.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to our podcast. You didn't ask, but
But
we're going to tell you anyways.
Pillow Talk edition.
Pillow Talk edition. I like it.
Yeah.
So, how's your day going?
It's good. The C4 has me tingling like Spider-Man.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
We gotta hurry this up. We gotta get to the gym.
Oh. Somebody's Russian. Okay. Oh, we are Russian. Wait, are you Russian? What side is that on?
I don't know. That's you. I think it's your daddy's.
Well, I know it's me. Okay.
Yeah, 1%. It's not on mine.
1%. That 1%, it shows a lot. Okay, so we're going to be doing red flags today. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be fun, right?
Right. It's fun.
Yeah. So, do you want to go ahead and start, or you want me to start?
Sure. So you have a guy, and he calls every woman females like he's narrating a joke. Let me use my words first. He calls every woman females like he's narrating a National Geographic special. Is that a red flag?
Yes, that's a red flag. Why are you calling us females like that?
What else is he supposed to call us?
Girls, women, ladies. Like, why is he saying like
Exactly.
females? You know, like it's females. We don't go around saying males.
That is true.
We say men.
But at least they're not going around using other words for us that aren't so good.
That is very true. I can't argue with that one. I guess I can't. I mean, I could. I could. I mean, but like female, like that's funny though. National Geographic. That's
funny.
Okay. Thinks fashionably late means showing up after the party's over. He would just get the wrong impression. Like no one actually told him.
I'm confused.
Okay, what are you confused about? How are you confused? What's going on?
He thinks fashionably late is showing up after the party.
Yeah, like you know when someone says they're fashionably
late.
Fashionably late.
We're struck. The C4 has us struggling with our words right now.
And tingling everywhere. The bottoms of my feet, they're very, very tingly right now. No, oh my gosh! Fashionably late! I'm not saying that again.
Okay.
Like, you get the wrong impression. You know what I mean? Like, he probably just thinks that, no, because that means that he would be late for everything, and or when he is late, he uses a term like, I'm fashionably late.
Look, I cannot be with a man that is always late because I'm always late. I need a man to get me out the door.
Yeah. I need him to be like, we have 10 minutes. If you're not done in 5, I'm leaving. And I'm picking you and I'm throwing you up over my shoulder and we're out of here.
I got one.
Okay.
He has strong opinions about Marvel and DC, but he doesn't have a strong opinion about hygiene. For me, that's a red flag.
I don't know. Hygiene is everything.
Yeah,
Hygiene is everything.
Everything.
I cannot be with a man that smells bad.
100% accurate.
Like, okay.
No, it has to.
There's no excuse.
But can we have a conversation about how, I know we're talking about red flags, but can we have a conversation about how men's cologne smells so much better and lasts so much longer than women's cologne?
Thank you.
I mean, perfume, when we go through, can we talk about Chanel No. 5?
That one, oh.
I'm sorry if you were a Chanel No. 5 lover. Maybe I had a bad bottle. It smells like a bathroom.
No, both of them. We've smelled both of them.
But you go through and you're like, But a man's cologne will make you weak at the knees standing at the counter.
I know.
Not even on a man.
You know what? Yeah. I'd spray it on myself just to smell like a man.
Exactly.
Not because I want to smell like a man. There's two different things. Because I want to smell a man. Does that make sense? I just hardcore gulped into the mic.
I think we have another red flag within this question about Marvel and DC.
We do? We'll get to that later. But, you know, what's the one that we really like? I think it's Polo. I think I like Mercedes. You didn't like Mercedes?
No.
Wasn't there like...
Nope.
What?
Not at all.
Was it the one... Mercedes?
No.
The one that they had during Christmas time? Is that the one that I smelled? It was a car. It wasn't a car, but it was like a car. I think it was Mercedes.
Moving on.
I got a big old neck cramp. Okay. Okay, redo. Thinks Netflix and chill means watching documentaries about paint drying.
Seriously.
What is he, Bob Ross?
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's a total red. I mean,
Is it a red flag? I
I
don't think
don't
I
know if it's
would.
a red flag. It's
Mm,
not. It's
it's
just
not
not
a red
something
flag.
I would
He was
enjoy.
just boring.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, yeah, boring. No, maybe he appreciates like museums. What Okay, think about it like this. A guy, right? Nice white shirt like this, tied on him. He has like the frat guy tie around like hoodie around his neck with the nice office pants with the belt, with the nice
Mm-hmm.
shoes, with the red bottoms,
Yep.
glasses.
You put a lot of thought into that.
I love a man in uniform.
Just saying.
But like think about it like that. He just appreciates paint dry. And he likes how the matte finish.
How does he act in a normal day setting, though, that's not surrounding
He's
paint?
not usually a type of guy you want to be around. He's not the concept of fun. He doesn't know that. We don't know him.
I think your version of red flags and my version of red flags are completely different.
What's your version of red flags? Please share.
My version of red flags is if a man gets upset when you go out with your friends.
No, yeah, I know, but that's boring.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay. No, but wait, say it again.
Red flags
No,
is
no,
when
the
they
thing
get upset when you go out with your
that
friends.
is a big red flag.
Of course it is.
Like, because he's the type of guy to go out with his friends, no problem, won't text you at all. And then when you go, he expects you to always text him, and like doesn't like any of your friends.
Yeah.
Doesn't like you having fun. He likes you to be inside all the time.
I think another red flag is if you get a job promotion and they get jealous or they start treating you different because they're upset.
Wasn't that like an episode of Boy Meets World?
I don't know.
Okay. Corey got mad at Topanga or was jealous of Topanga.
Could be. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I
We
mean, it
need to
wasn't like
rewatch it.
do need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
Only when Matt comes in though.
That's true. Those are, to me, big red flags.
Those are. Yeah, and I don't think watching paint dry. He's just boring. Watching paint dry, he's just boring.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yep. All right. He has an entrepreneur in him bio,
In
but
his
no
bio.
job. Oh, the total red flag. I mean, there's a difference between being in between jobs,
Yeah.
and depending on what season of life that they're in.
Yeah.
Are they just freshly out of college? Are they? But if you've got a consistent no job, total red flag.
Yeah, and then why have entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Like that's saying that you are that.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like he's trying to show off. Okay, I'm not gonna call anybody out because I don't want anything to like. But there is this one time. This is
At
giving
band
me,
camp,
huh?
you don't get that reference. You're too young. Go ahead,
What?
moving on. Just keep going, please.
Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna call anybody out, but this is something that it gives me like that vibe. So my best friend and I, there was a guy who liked her, and this like okay, look, I'll explain it when I say it. So he said he was like, okay, he had like a really low job, like what was it, $12 an hour, $11 an hour, I
Mm-hmm.
think. And he told my best friend, he's like, yeah, I get paid $12 an hour. I work out. Uh, and then he got fired like the next day.
For what? Can't say that,
We
can
don't
we?
talk about Bruno.
Oh, we don't. We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
No,
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 no.
no.
Yeah, we don't talk about Bruno. But like it was just like that show off thing. But like there was nothing for him to show off. Like that's not impressive. You're not impressing anybody making $12 an hour.
I agree, but I'm not going to diss a man for working, making $12 an hour.
Mom, he barely knew her, and he was telling her exactly what he made and that he works out. He was showing off, he was flexing. Like,
I
stop flexing
understand.
your muscles, Jordan. You
I
look like an
understand
idiot.
that, but there are men out there that still don't work. I'm just saying. There's women out there too. Just
Yeah, but like flexing it for what? What are you flexing for?
I don't
You
know.
got nothing to flex for. If you're a millionaire and you flex, that's a whole different thing. But don't flex if you're not a millionaire.
Okay,
Is it my turn or is
it
yours?
is your turn.
Okay, believes clothes are optional while shopping.
Well, I don't have to red flag that. The stores will stop it for me. The restaurants will stop.
Like, what if his mom taught him that? Or what if his mom didn't teach him that? So he's just like, I don't see a dressing room. Shirt off, pants off, tries on the clothes.
I just don't see that happening.
Probably
I'm
happens to a
sorry.
lot of people. I would do it. I would go completely naked.
No, you wouldn't. I know you.
I went streaking when I was 4.
You
Okay?
did. You did. That's before you realized what a booty was. now you, now you'd be like, ah! That's what you would do.
You're right. I do. I don't actually. I can't. I don't. Whoa. I don't like the feeling of being nude. I don't like the feeling of thinking of being nude. That's just. I don't. Even when I'm in the shower, I'm like, if I could only have socks on.
I'm sorry. I just read one of these things. I'm sorry. You'll see it in 2. Sorry.
I think it's your turn. You could go.
It is. Okay. Insist on giving life advice to your plants. No, dude. I mean, whatever they need to practice on. I mean, maybe he's just too embarrassed to give it to you, and he's giving you low key like advice.
Yeah.
He just does it through the plants, just so you can hear it.
I don't think that's a red flag.
I don't think it's a red flag either.
What if the plants?
Because you tell me I have to talk to the plants in order to keep them. I can't keep any plant alive.
Look, my grandmother has the biggest green thumb ever.
Hey, we're not calling me out.
Hold on, and I think it skipped a generation and went to me. So,
someone went to you.
Does Aunt Jen have one?
No, not really. I don't think so. Sorry, Jen.
Would that be 2 generations? Generation? No. No, it skipped a generation.
Skipped a generation.
It did.
Yeah.
It missed her. It went. Nope.
But you're telling me that I've got to talk to the plant and show it love.
Yes, because
in order for it to survive. Maybe if he doesn't give it life advice, it'll die.
Oh yeah, you remember yesterday we were in the sun and I felt like I was melting and I was like, I'm photosynthesizing right now. Synthesizing right now.
Look, we cannot use our words well enough to say that word.
Oh my gosh. Michael Jordan.
What is going on right
now? My grandmother was. We don't know a lot about flowers. We're gonna completely just. And she was talking to us about what's the word? Petunias.
Oh yeah.
And she accidentally said petuna. So we were going around the whole time saying, "Is that a petuna? Is that a petuna?"
That's true.
And I said the bigger ones are petunias, the smaller ones are petunas. I don't even know if there are smaller ones or.
I don't know.
I don't even know if they're smaller ones.
All I know is that the petunias look like the little flowers that I used to draw as a kid.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can remember them now.
I think it was sunflowers though that we were.
No, it was petunias.
Petunias. But yeah, we called them petunas. So that's a little inside joke that you guys are now in on. Is it my go?
Your go.
Is it my go? As in Yahtzee?
By the way, I always win at Yahtzee.
No, she cheats all the time.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Yes, she does.
She claims I cheat.
You do.
I don't.
You cheat at every game.
We'll film it next time to prove.
It's really loud though.
That is true. So
that's fun.
Moving on. Go on. What's next thing?
Okay. Always forgets their swimsuit at a public pool.
So again, we're back to streaking.
I love it.
Okay. Red flag. Dude's got some issues.
Yeah, why do you always forget it? Like, is he jumping in with his clothes?
Is he jumping in with his? Because a lot of times they've got boxers. A lot of times they've got the little
male thongs.
No.
Slide whatever. No, we're gonna keep going on.
What is going on with you right now?
C4. Watch our last podcast. You'll understand the male thongs thing. What is it called?
So give me that.
Go.
Give me that. Are you sure that's C4?
No, this is Waterboy.
Yeah, it is. It is Waterboy.
Ooh. I have a white shirt on. Don't do that.
Well, close the dang thing.
I'm still drinking it.
That's why you have a top like this. Yeah. Waterboy is great. It is. It's just I forgot, and it's really salty. If you have ever drank electrolytes,
I put too much water, so it's like that salty with watered down.
Yeah, it's salty, and I forgot that it was that I was drinking.
When you think it's water,
it hit the back, and it was like
the back of my
it's almost like, I mean, it's a good flavor electrolyte, but any electrolytes that you drink taste like you just swallowed the ocean. So that's about what I just had just a second ago.
A lot of pee, a lot of dead things.
With some, what do we have? Watermelon, strawberry, something like that. So yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Okay. Has a dedicated Instagram account for their sock puppet collection.
I would do that. That's not a red flag to me. What?
We need to just stop this podcast right now. Oh
Is
God.
it what? Hate me for it. Love it or hate it.
Okay,
Either
you know
way.
what? Just move on.
If it was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook when my DJ revolves it.
Ice, ice, baby. Okay, moving on.
Thinks dress code means a costume party and shows up as a superhero.
You know, I bet there's a lot of guys out there that does that.
I would do it.
I
I
know
would dress
you
up with
would.
them.
Well, is that a red flag for a guy?
Unless you're like, there's a dress code at my family gathering. And then he comes up in a superhero. It's not a red flag. He's just funny. He's a funny guy. Unless he just doesn't know.
Won't dress up with you.
Won't dress up with you. I have this whole thing that I wanted to do. Like I have on like my bucket list, and it's me being Cody Maverick.
Who's Cody Maverick?
Surfs Up.
Oh yeah.
And then
Okay.
Chicken Joe when he has the coconut bra
Oh yeah.
on.
Oh yeah.
I want to
That's
do
right.
that. And if he won't dress up with me,
Bye.
that's a red flag. He won't dress up with me to show his love for me. And wear a coconut bra. Like, what are we doing here? You're not going to wear that for me? Come on.
You know, I don't think that's a red flag that they won't dress up with you because I feel like a lot of men wouldn't. But I feel like for you, your ideal guy and the guy for you to be pure happiness is a guy that would dress up for you.
In a coconut bra included.
In a coconut bra included.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
All right. Insist on all natural, even in the office.
Lana,
What?
I'm sorry for her behavior on this podcast today. I don't think she knows half of what she's saying in regards to the things that I'm talking about. But see, yeah, you don't understand because never mind.
What?
Nothing. I'm not
What?
getting into it on this podcast. Insists on au naturel. What is it with you
All
with
natural.
all natural?
All natural.
All natural.
Is that a red flag for him to go all natural?
In the Oval Office?
Yes.
Or in the office?
I just said the
Oh.
office and then I made a joke.
Shh, Lana, just in the office. They're gonna get fired, so yes, it's a red flag.
What if it's the Playboy office? My generation's getting bad. You go.
My foot's cramping. And now I'm embarrassed.
Okay.
All right, sorry about this, guys. Believes that their pet goldfish has telepathy and asks for advice. That's totally a red flag, but I would find that incredibly funny.
I know. I've been like, you know what? Maybe I can just avoid this red flag because that's funny. That's classic. That's classic. Okay, you're gonna love this one. Thinks running naked is a fitness trend and tries it at the mall.
That we just that's not Lana.
You gotta be one good-looking man to pull that off.
And one confident man.
One confident man.
One confident man.
Yep. I don't think that would be well. Actually, being naked in front of people. Like, why are you being naked in front of other people?
Why is there a constant need
Yeah.
to be naked
To
in
be
these
naked.
in these questions that you've got? I'm getting a little concerned.
Because they were funny. That's why. Okay.
Brings their own topping. Who created these questions? Brings their own toppings to a pizza place and it's just mayonnaise? That's disgusting. Of course that's a red flag. Who puts mayonnaise on pizza? I would not have a problem with them bringing their own toppings because maybe they're trying to be healthy and they're maybe
it's
using
understandable.
turkey bacon. Something. I don't care. Mayonnaise, Lana? Mayonnaise. No one's going to do that.
Equally as bad as pineapple on pizza.
Oh, don't you talk about pineapple on pizza.
You like pineapple on
I
pizza?
freaking love it. And so did
What's
my
wrong with
grandfather.
you?
Don't diss my grandfather for
Ooh,
that.
I'm not dissing him for that.
Pineapple and ham on pizza,
Yeah.
100% accurate.
Okay, you're gonna love this one. He has a girl best friend that he has sleepovers with.
Oh God, no. Total red flag.
Have fun with your new girl because
This one's
I'm
out.
out.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm not coming back.
Deuces.
No, not doing
out.
it. Not doing it. Even if his claim was we've been best friends since we were young, I don't care.
Okay, has a business selling custom toilet paper with their face on it. That's funny.
That's funny, and that's not a red flag.
Mm-mm.
I would enjoy that.
Again, we're going back to hygiene right there.
Exactly. You're cleaning your butt
Mm-hmm.
with his face. So if you hate him, if he makes you angry,
Don't even know what to say about this podcast.
okay. He pitches a fit every time you ask for anything.
Yes, that's a total red flag.
Can you please give me a water? I don't wanna. Yeah, well, you're gonna have to do it by yourself because I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's annoying. I mean, yeah, red flag.
I don't think I would ever be able to do that. That, like,
If it's constant.
it can't, yeah, because I do pitch a fit.
I know.
I
That's what I was
do.
about to say. It kind
I
of sounds
do.
familiar.
I do. But it's like he's being a baby about it. That's what I would not. That's what I would not do.
Or what
Mm.
about when you have your hands full, you've cooked dinner, you've done all this stuff, and then they're sitting down watching TV and they see that you got all this stuff in your hands, and then they go, "Hey, can you grab me a water while you're in there?" And you're like, "With what hand?
With what hand?
Like, get your tail up off the couch."
Yeah. Yeah. I have one. Do you think it's cheating if your man goes to a strip club?
In my opinion, yes.
In my opinion, yes. Because what's the need? You have everything that you ever could need right there.
Yeah.
Why go for other girls' attention?
I think it's disrespectful
It is.
to their partner. That's, I mean, you want to go do that in your single years, whatever floats your boat, dude. But once you get committed and you're in a relationship, in my opinion, the strip clubs have to stop.
Yeah. Because why? What's
I don't know.
if that
That's
just
the point.
that kind of opens up a door, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree.
Like you're going to see other women. That's opening up a door for you to want and to desire.
Well, not only that, but at strip clubs and your waitresses and stuff. I mean, I've never been to one, but I'm assuming, you're going to have flirtatious, people or women that are there that are serving and things
Yeah.
like that. It just kind of opens up a door and it puts them in a position what they doesn't need to be in.
Yeah. And I mean, some people are like, I'm fine with it.
But what if it is just throwing off here, what if it's a bachelorette party and it's your friend's bachelorette and it's a strip club there? They go there and it's completely innocent fun. It's not just a, hey, I'm going to a strip club on a Thursday night kind of deal. It's like an event.
If my man is anywhere near a stripping woman,
I mean, I agree.
like if he knew it, I would expect him to leave out of respect.
But he's the best man. Say he's the best man. Well, technically, he would have planned it.
That's suspicious. I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that. Call me insecure. Call me jealous. Call me whatever you want. But also, as a Christian woman, a woman of God that I am, I don't. No, that
to me, it's really disrespectful. For real,
yeah.
it really is, in my opinion.
You should be committed to only one person, not trying to look for other women. That's just me. Might get a lot of hate, and we might get a lot of people saying, "Hey, I agree with
It's
you.
just fun.
You're
Yeah.
not."
I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
That's not what we're doing. I'm just saying,
No.
for me personally, I'm not talking about what you should do.
No.
I'm talking about for me personally. I find it disrespectful. Like I would have an issue with it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that everybody should have an issue
No.
with it. I just do.
Yeah. And again, it depends on the type of person you are. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people are like, if they take their best friend, they take their best friend.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I mean, again, you should have 100% trust in your
Yeah.
relationship.
It has nothing to do with
Yeah.
the fact that, I mean, I do believe, just like if you were to have a female move into the house with you guys, it's not that your husband or your boyfriend's going to cheat, but it just opens up a door, or
Exactly. And a lot of people you don't think are gonna ruin your life if like if the girl gets mad at you, it's her word against
that's true,
his.
100%.
And if there's even like a that was weird, that was off, she might be correct. Who do I believe? That's my best friend over my boyfriend. Like you never know.
Yeah, it just opens the
And
door for something.
if you're hanging out with people and one person you think you trust, they're like, I saw the way those two look together, but you're like, they always do that. That's just normal. That's That's not creepy. That's not weird. They're just laughing because they're friends. But then they're like, but I saw them. I saw them
It puts
together.
yeah.
You know, it always puts that. Don't like that. Don't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I couldn't. I wouldn't. I shouldn't. Nope, not for me. But yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But that's just, again, as a woman of God, I just that's not my beliefs.
And that's perfectly fine.
Yep. You want to tell people what happened with the softball when you were a little kid?
Why?
Just, we were on topic.
No, we're not. We're not on the topic of anything.
Ceiling fan.
What? This was. Whoa. Okay. Where did this go to? This is like a no.
Tell them.
No.
The total difference. This is very off topic. The total difference between how I was as a kid compared to how you were as a kid. I am the safest person, still the safest person now. I don't like taking risks. I don't like roller coasters. I don't like anything that can hurt me. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to have anything broken. I live so carefully, and I don't know. I'm not good with heights. I'm not good with sports. I don't want to do sports. I don't want to do anything with heights. But let's talk about you as a kid and how maybe that one skipped a generation.
That's not.
Let's do it. What's the first one? What's the softball?
Which incident?
What's the one that there's more?
There's
all of them. Tell me.
There's at least 2.
Share.
Okay, so softball years. When I was younger, about probably 12 years old, my uncle Nate. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Nate. Calling you out.
What if he watches this?
Well, then
shout out to my uncle.
Yeah.
Uncle Nate.
So I thought, I mean, I was pretty good, but he was better. And we were playing catch, and
Somebody
he could just
better than you?
Yeah, that's rare. And he threw he threw a softball, and I could hear it whiz by, or whiz coming to me, but I put my hand up and it bounced off the top of my glove and hit me in the forehead. I have a scar up here. Yeah. So instead of taking me to the ER, even though it was clearly needing stitches, he decided to create his own butterfly bandage, and then just send me to bed. I went to bed. My Aunt Sharon came home and found out what happened, was furious, took me in a closet where it was dark and checked for my eyes being dilated, took me to the emergency room immediately, and of course it did need stitches. So there you go. Thanks, Uncle Nate.
Did you have a concussion?
I believe so, yeah. So I probably shouldn't have gone to sleep. Again, thanks, Uncle Nate.
You could have killed her.
It was his plan all along.
It was.
The second time was when my coach was hitting a ball out to the outfield, trying to get to the outfielders during a practice that we had, and I was playing third base at the time, and they kept coming to me. I kept catching them. Can't help it that my coach couldn't aim. And then finally she was just
Shout
like,
out.
Tammy, stop catching everything. Whatever you do, don't move. And then she hit a line drive, hit me like right at the top of the head, knocked my hat off, and I woke up on the ground with everybody over me. And then she was freaking out, and she was like, "Oh my God!" She was like, "Why didn't you get out of the way?" And I was like, "You told me not to move."
It was her fault. What's her name?
I don't remember her name.
Search her up. I'm kidding.
I remember the team, but I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so those were the 2 instances there. So,
and what happened with the you falling on the doctor's lap and running into the glass?
Wow, do we really have to discuss all this? I mean, this can take up a whole nother podcast.
You said those
a whole nother podcast.
You said that less than 10 minutes. And tell them about the ceiling fan, and then we, on our next podcast, will get even more deep into all of the other stories for the entertainment.
You're saying that I've got to give the concussion story right now?
Yeah, that's basically it. And then we're going to save the rest.
You are apparently that careful.
We're going to save the rest for next podcast because we want to make you guys wait. Okay. We're going to end it off with your ceiling fan story to entice people to watch our next one.
Fine. So I was at the house. You
Mhm.
are way too
Keep
into
going.
this story.
Keep going. Keep going.
Way too into this. So I was at the house cleaning off my trophies because I won a lot of trophies playing softball. And I had a ceiling fan that I had forgotten about. I was just dusting my trophies and turned around, and the ceiling fan knocked me out of the way. I didn't feel it. I just got knocked out of the way for some reason. I didn't hurt at all. And I was like, what? Oh my God, what was that? And then all of a sudden, by that point, it had already come back around and hit me a couple times, like, so my mom was in the other room, or other end of the house, and was like, "What was that?" And I'm like, "My head." So anyway, I'm in college at this point, so real smart. So I go to the college infirmary, and I'm getting checked out, and the doctor had asked me to step down and walk in a straight line for her. So as I was getting down off of the what do they call it, the bed or the table, whatever we sit on when we go to the
I don't
doctor's
even
office,
know.
and I tripped and fell and landed, landed right on her lap. So that was great. And so it turns out I did have a concussion. I did have a concussion. I couldn't play basketball for a while, which I did anyway. That's foreshadowing to the next part of the story. And then, I had to come back in a couple weeks, and the concussion was so bad I couldn't read, I couldn't watch TV, and that was really hard because I was in college and I was having to take tests and do all sorts of stuff and study. But anyway, so I go back for my 2 week checkup, and the nurse was like, I followed all HIPAA policies, but I told my family all about you, and the story. So. She was like, they all laughed. I'm like, well, that's great. And so I go in there, see the doctor. She clears me, but as I'm walking away, and I do this a lot, but as I'm walking away, she comes out of the office or the room, and she's like, I mean it, still no basketball. And so I turn around and I'm walking to her, and I'm like, yep, and then bam, ran smack dab into the glass partition of where the doors are. And so yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Yeah.
Yep, that explains it. If that
Explains a lot.
that ex that
So
explains
much.
so much.
So much.
Yep, that's babe. If you're watching this, you didn't ask, but we're gonna tell you anyways.
Till next time.
Till next time.
For my embarrassment.
Embarrassing stories.
Peace
Sign
out.
up. Peace out. A town. Bow, 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 bow.